I have my new computer in my backpack. It's raining and the backpack is not waterproof. And I'm in the mountains outside of Fuengirola. So I'm gonna use the speak up method because the weather report says quite heavy rain, which weren't reported earlier today. So that's my guiding sign. My intention is that I am experiencing no rain while I walk from here to my car. I ask for this or something even better in the best interest of all. So please help me with this. When it stops raining now, I will start walking. And my intention is that there will be no rain at all while I walk to my car. After I get to my car, it's all good. Let's see. Still rains a little, so I'll go as soon as it stops, and then I'll go. I won't run, but I'll walk, quite fast. And it's a 7-minute walk, maybe 5 minutes walk to the car. So we'll see.
On peut peut-être passer là.
Et après?
Okay. It is a little lighter. It stopped raining. Still water flooding in the streets here. Let's see if this works. I waited for, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. It was really pouring down while I waited. Now it stopped. It doesn't rain at all. People have taken down their... It looks promising. But the clouds are moving really fast. I don't know if this will work. It's really dark down there. Usually, earlier, when it comes to weather, I'm not sure of this, okay? But my experience tells me that it's best to leave some space and time. Cars here. Best to leave to address the weather and then leave it some time before you actually are gonna go out. So let's say you're gonna go for a walk in an hour, then do it then. Oh no, it starts, well, it's not bad. No, just a few drops. So you do it then, an hour or two before you're actually gonna do the walk, right? That seems to be the most effective. So my intention was no rain at all. So far, this is not a success. Well, it is minimal, but it's still some. And it has been, now it doesn't rain at all. It has been very effective when I leave some space. It has, no, I don't think it has ever failed. When I left it some time. How many times have I done this? 10 maybe? 8 or 10 times? Around there somewhere. Now you can even see the sun now. Here's the view. This is Fuengirola in Spain. So you can say, oh, this is just a coincidence. Well, actually, it wasn't 100% because it did rain a little over there. But you can say, oh, just a coincidence. Yes, absolutely agree with you. The thing is, when you do these things so many times, not just with weather, but with other things, let's say I've done this, the spoken intention, the speak up method, I don't know, 150 times for many different things, right? And it cannot be coincidence every time. That's the problem. It becomes quite a bit of data, right? So you can say it's a coincidence many times, but not 150 times. And out of those 150, it failed maybe in different aspects. I don't know. So I haven't written it down, but it feels like 7 or 10 times that it failed of these 150 times. When I did it for pain and nausea and, you know, many things. Anxiety, panic attacks, weather, mosquitoes, resolving conflicts with other people. The list goes on and on and on. Now I can see my car. Yeah. What do you think about this? Would love your input. Please be skeptical. I don't claim to have the answers to this. I certainly don't know how this works. All I know or suspect strongly is that there is something to this, speaking your intention out loud. And it's not just me having these success stories. I have hundreds of YouTube comments of people going, "Oh my God, this works. And now we're testing it for money in Money Lab. Look at this view." So I want to find out how effective is it to manifest money. And we're a bunch of people doing the method and testing it. It's not a scientific, triple blind experiment, but it's feedback based. So it is some sort of data. Yeah, here's my car. I did not get wet. My computer is still fine. To be totally honest with you, I said I would start walking when the rain stopped, right? And I did, but I did. Well, this is the part where you think I'm really crazy. I communicate also through my arm. In fact, I know this is, but I'm having a fear now to be considered a really crazy person. But let me tell you, I can explain more about that later. But I asked, should I go now? And it said no. But I went anyway. So maybe if I waited a little longer, we wouldn't have any rain at all. But now we had a few drops. Yeah. Okay, we're here. The car is here. All good. Thank you so much. If I had waited, if I listened to my arm, it wouldn't be any rain because it hasn't rained at all now. So yeah, thank you. And now it's raining again. If I would have followed the arm instruction, it would have been perfect. Perfect timing. So, you want me to tell you about the arm? It is a form of divination. You heard of pendulums, right? Or L-rods. People using twigs to find water. That's the most known thing. I find that the best way to do this is either don't use a tool or a body part at all. The most advanced people just know instinctively, use their instinctively, the answer. But I have had that happen a couple of times, but I'm not quite there yet. So what I have started to do is to just use my arm. Just let it hang down at your side, stand up, tilt your body a little bit towards your dominant arm. Use your dominant arm. I tilt to the right, and that just leaves room for the arm to move, so it doesn't touch your thigh, right? Have some space between your thigh and your hand. Tilt your body a little, and I get a yes going back and forth like that, and I get a no when it goes sideways into my thigh. You can see it like that. And don't trust it with big things in your life. Use it as a way to communicate with your God inside. And now that I've done this for a while, the arm is very accurate. I find it much more accurate now than a pendulum. Maybe if I used a pendulum now, it would be more accurate than it was when I used a pendulum. Back then I couldn't trust it. But now the arm, and they told me no. So I asked, should I go now? And they said no, even though it stopped raining, right? They said no. And I kind of went anyway. But if I listened to that, and waited a little, we wouldn't have any rain at all on the walk. So I don't know if you believe in this, if you believe me or not. It really doesn't matter. I would encourage you to test it for yourself. You can do it right now. Just stand up. You can sit, but it's better to stand up. Tilt your body a little. Doesn't have to be enough for people to notice it at all. Just tilt it a little to make some space. And you can just say hello. Just say, hello, is anybody out there? And you will probably feel some movement in your arm. Maybe it'll go in circles, because mine goes in circles if they don't have an opinion, if they don't know, if the question is unclear, if it doesn't make any sense, if it doesn't matter, then the arm goes in circles, round and round. And yes is back and forth, and sideways for no. That's for me. Might be, and you can decide. You can ask what is a yes, and you will get a movement, or you can say this is yes. That's don't think that matters. But for me, going like this, that kind of nods. That's a yes, right? And sideways is like that. That's a no. So that makes sense to me. It doesn't have to be like that for you. And this arm thing opens up a whole new level of communicating with your God inside. It took me to a really, really perfect lunch place for me the other day. Yeah, and it's just test it. Just test it yourself and make up your own opinion. When it's your experience, it's your truth, right? Critics to this will say it's just the ideomotor effect, as I said. And that's true. The ideomotor effect is a scientifically proven thing. The small muscles in your arm making the movement, but you're not consciously doing it. So the question is, who is doing it? Making those movements, which is called the ideomotor effect. So that explanation doesn't totally explain what this is. But please don't ask, should I marry this person? Should I move across country? Should I quit this job? No. Use it as guidance, but it's important you decide. You are the boss in your life. This is guidance, and it might even be wrong. So use your common sense, use your brain, and just do whatever feels right for you. Yeah. Okay. See ya.